Good day everyone and welcome back again to another interesting tutorial video. On today's video we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful A-line cut gown that you are seeing right here on your screen. So if this is the kind of video you want to watch, please keep on watching as we dive into the video without wasting much of our time. Okay, so here I have this beautiful lace fabric that I'll be using for this particular gown, and I have 2 yards on a dot. Okay, and I also have this matching color of bias strip. Okay, and then I also have the check, the measurement, and then matching color thread. Okay, so I'm going to be folding my fabric into four because I'll be cutting both the back and the front piece together. So I'm going to fold into four. Okay, but remember that it's not a must that you cut back and the front piece together. Okay, you can either cut it one after the other or this way. The reason why I'm folding my own into four is because I don't want to waste much time here. So here I have four layers, just as you can see right here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to place my tape and start taking down my measurement. So right now I'm going to get the length of the gown that I'm working with, and then I'm also going to add extra 2 inches allowance for hemming, and then I've gone ahead to mark out the shoulder line, and then the next line I'm marking here will be the chest line. Okay, so for the waistline, which is the half length, this is optional. It depends on what you want. Okay, it's not a must that you add this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and mark my half length. Okay, remember it should be from your shoulder to your half length. Okay, 2 inches above your navel is your half length. And then after I'm done marking it out, the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my shoulder measurement into two, and then I'm going to place it on the shoulder line and mark. Okay, and then I'm also going to extend it down to the chest line, and then go ahead and connect to two dots, just as you can see me doing right here. What I normally do whenever I'm working with freehand is when I connect my own, the next thing I'm going to do is to go up from the chest line with 2 inches so that I can be able to get the curve. Okay, I can able to get the armhole curve. So as you can see what I'm trying to explain there. So the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my bust round measurement into four, and then I'm going to mark it out. After marking it out, the next thing I'm going to do is to add extra allowance. I added extra 2 inches allowance here. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to extend this line from this place to the bottom of the length, okay, to the length of the gown. So for you to be able to achieve that, what you have to do is to measure the length of the gown, that is the end of the fabric, to make sure that it is at least 2 inches wider than the chest line, than what we have on the chest line. I don't know if you guys understand me, that you have to add extra 2 inches to your chest round measurement to get this A line cut. I don't want my own A-line to be very obvious. That's why I added extra 2 inches, just 2 inches. Okay. So on the other pattern, if you want to add the half length, this is what you're going to do. After you're done getting the bust round measurement into four, mark it, and then the next thing you're going to do is to divide your waist round measurement into four. Okay, and then you're going to mark it there, and then connect the two dot before connecting to the downside of the gown. Okay, for the neckline, I went in with 3 inches, and I came down for the back piece with 1.5 inches, and for the front piece with 7 inches. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and connect the whole dots, and then after I'm done connecting it, please go ahead and cross check your work before you cut out. Okay, it is very, very important to do that. Okay, but before then, we are going to come down from the shoulder side with 1 inch for our shoulder slope, and then you are going to connect back to the neckline. Okay, and then after that, go ahead and cut out. So after I'm done cutting out, the next thing I'm going to do is to remove the inside one so that I can be able to cut out the neckline for the front piece. Okay, so I've gone ahead to do that, and then I'm going to arrange very well before cutting out. So after you're done cutting out, this is what we have. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to divide from the shoulder slope to the chest line to get the midpoint so that we can be able to eliminate the bulging that always occur on the armpit area, okay, for the front piece. This is only for the front piece, and then I'm going to cut it out. I went in with half an inch. I already have a bunch of this particular tutorial. You can also go ahead and watch it out for better understanding. So after we are done cutting it out, this is what we have. So right now I'm going to keep it aside, and then I'm going to bring another fresh fabric so that I can be able to cut out the sleeve. Okay, the sleeve length that I'm working with is 4 inches. I'm going to add extra 1 or half an inch to it, and then I'm going to divide my shoulder sleeve band by two, and then I'm going to mark it out and add extra 1 inch allowance. So after that, you are going to go ahead and connect it this way. Okay, we normally call this baby sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to cut it as you can see. So after cutting it out, I'm going to open it up to show you what we have. You can see the shape we have here. You can either place it on the upper side or you leave it like that. Okay, so it depends on your choice. So I'm going to fold it again, and then I'm going to go in from the center part with half an inch, and then I'll go up with 2 inches. Okay, because I want to give it a kind of style there. So I'm going to connect the two doors just as you can see me doing, and then after I'm done connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'll be using my bias strip to pipe that side, and then I will leave like 8 inches allowance for the tying of the sleeve. Okay, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here, but after everything you're going to see it. Okay, so after that I'm going to keep it aside, and then we start working on the main fabric. Okay, so for the back piece I want to give it a kind of slit on the upper side, so I'm going to come down from the neckline with 5 inches, and then I'm going to slit. While doing this, you have to be very careful so that you won't end up destroying what you just suffered for. Okay, so right now we are done doing all of that, and it's now time to start sewing. First of all, I'm going to bring the front piece, and then I'm going to place it. Make sure that the right side is facing the right side of the back piece, and then we are going to first of all sew the shoulder line. Okay, after sewing the shoulder line, the next thing we're going to do is to pipe the back slit. After piping it with our bias, and we're also going to pipe the neckline all the way round. Okay, bringing out about 10 or 8 inches extra rope for the back tying. Okay, just as you can see right here. So I'm done doing all of that, and this is what I have. You can see I first of all join the shoulder before piping, and then before piping the neckline I first of all pipe the back slit. Okay, I hope you guys understand it very well now. Okay, so for the sleeve I also did the same thing. I also did the same thing on the sleeve. I've gone ahead to work on one of the sleeve so that I can be able to show you guys what I was trying to explain earlier. So you can see what I mean. I pipe it, and then I leave about 8 inches allowance for the tying. Okay, so you can either decide on what to do on your own. It's not a must that you do it exactly like mine. Okay, so for this one I'm going to first of all hem the downside, the sleeve band, and then after I'm done hemming the sleeve band, I will fold it like this to get the center of it. Okay, I'm going to notch it out, and then after notching out I'm going to bring out the bias strip. I already measured it with the previous one I made. I'm going to bring it, and then I'm going to fold it like this so that I can be able to get the center of it. So after you are done getting the center, we are going to pipe it starting from the center or of the fabric, starting from the center where we notched earlier. So I'm going to pipe it like this, to the end, and then I will continue sewing the bias strip to make a rope, right? And then after I'm done doing that side, I'll come over to the other side and then I'll repeat the same thing. So after you're done doing all of that, the next thing I'm going to do is to get the center of the sleeve so that I can be able to attach it to the dress. Okay, so after getting the center, we are going to make sure that the right side of the sleeve is facing the right side of the main fabric of the dress. So we are going to attach it from the shoulder line. Okay, remember where we joined earlier. So we are going to attach it there, and then we are going to sew. You can either decide to pleat on your own or not. Okay, for mine I did not pleat mine, so we're going to sew it all the way around to the sleeve, and then we will repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So after we are done doing all of that, this is what we have. So it's now time to join the back and the front piece together, which is going to be the last episode of this. So first of all, we're going to pin it down with our affix pin, and then after pinning down, I'll use like 1 inch to sew it all the way from the sleeve side down to the length of the gown. Okay, so I'm just going to use 1 inch or 1.5 inches to sew it all the way down. Okay, and then after I'm done sewing it, I'll place it on my mannequin so that I can be able to see the outcome of it. Okay, so this is very beautiful, and I love this gown. Like, it is screaming beauty. So I'm going to pipe the downside all the way around, like to hem it. So, and after that, we are done. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for always coming back to watch my video. Please, if you have not subscribed, do wait to hit on the subscribe button, and also do not forget to turn your bell notification on. I'm going to see you all in my next video. Bye.